ghosts ride tall. The reckoners came and they silenced us all. The bombs lit the sky, turned the world to ash. Civilization crumbled in a fiery crash. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. The spirits, they whispered, and fear was their song. Fed by our terror, they grew strong. Machines of war spoke their fiery tongues, and the last of the West was left undone. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. The junkers build with scraps and dreams, while Templars roam with justice unseen. Psychers and Doomsayers call on the storm. The wasted west is where legends are born. Under a blood moon in a ghost town square, the echoes of the reckoners linger there. We ride for survival, for hope, for law, but the West ain't free, it's bound to war. Oh, the hell on earth, it came to stay, where the west turned dark and the dead still play. In the shadow of the reckoner's mind, but we fight for the dawn, but we live in the night. So saddle up, wanderer, keep your hand near your gone. In the wasted west, there's nowhere to run. The reckoners watch as the old world burns, and the wheel of fate forever turns.
be raining across the street. It's not raining here.
Hey, worries. Right, let's get the show on the road.
We're near Manchester.
They're up north.
Aye.
I'm down south. Who's on hold?
Okay, so you're somewhere in the Midlands and you're way south. Okay, got it.
I'm 13 miles from London. Oh, Sully regained 10 power points. Someone took power search. And got
Somebody wow, yeah.
I thought London was cool as hell, but I never really got out of anything other than like the original old London, from Victoria Station over to Southwark and down along Fleet Street and Buckingham Palace and all that fun stuff.
Hey, babe.
Well, the first time
you just got 10 power points. Power Sarge whip.
We took the ferry to Greenwich and then took a train out to Gravesend, where Pocahontas was buried.
Symbols up. Pocahontas was buried in this country.
Okay, well, Cinda's gonna spend one of her bennies to maintain conviction from the last turn. We'll start there. And I drew the Heart of the Earth has got that much closer. Okay.
It automatically comes to you now. Now it's not a play.
Right.
Windows.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that. I can cast another spell even with the while the telekinesis is still running. Is that correct?
Yeah. No maintaining of powers anymore. Just have durations and then you just read them.
Okay, I got a touch, so I have to move up. Do that.
There's JJ, where he was. Restricted.
Actually, I think I'm going to have to think about this for a while. Can I go on hold?
You most certainly can.
Okay, I'd like to go on hold, please.
Sally remained stunned, even with the Joker bonus.
What does stunned actually do?
Stops you doing anything.
Well, that's so I get a Joker and I'm stunned.
Yes, because your phobia of snakes and phobia of yellow things is making you stay too scared to unstun.
Okay.
You could always, spend conviction and a Benny.
I'll have to re-roll it.
Yes.
Sure, it's a trait roll. You attempt to be unstunned.
Sorry, my brain is not quite keyed in. Maybe I'll get myself a coffee in a minute and wake it up a bit. You know what? I think I am going to spend a conviction. The amount of negatives I've got on this bloody combat.
I just need to fill up. I need to fill up that hole down there with green water, and then I can really say my evil and focus.
You're in a kind mood, GM.
And why?
Well, that was an automatic roll at the beginning, and the very first thing I did that wasn't automatic was spend a conviction. And I just rolled the extra d6 that would have rolled if I'd have spent the conviction before the computer read away.
Oh, but would you have spent the conviction if you hadn't failed your figure roll?
Yes, because it wasn't just because of that It's also because everything I'm doing is a major penalty. Minus a penalty. If you won't, I get it. But, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Well, it's early in the day. Maybe I'm feeling nice right now. I'm too hot. I'm hot and bothered. So at the moment, I'm not stressed.
I'm cool. Hey, that makes it a 6.
That means you're no longer stunned. I do hate it when it's automated because I never remember stun. You need the rays to come out of it, don't you? I can't remember. I think you're distracted.
Remain
aren't you?
distracted.
Yeah, that's what I think you. Yeah, I thought it was distracted. So you are no longer stunned. You are no longer prone because you didn't get the rays. You're distracted. There we go.
That's fair. All right then. I think I'm going to lash out at the scariest foe on the field. In terror.
Oh, I've got a penny. Okie. Okay, you squeeze upon it, and you squeeze upon the Moor serpent. It cries out in pain, and then Jojo does as well. Doesn't
Regurgitates its last meal.
Well, no, it's currently constricting Jojo.
So maybe it builds up Jojo.
Indeed, but you've got it.
Yeah, Jojo out of his mouth.
Okay.
It would be a cool use of telekinetic squeeze.
It would be actually to pull someone out, but anyway, you can. Well, I think there's a way to change its trappings, isn't there, and stuff. So I can't see a reason not to use that as a cool option one day if it ever happens.
Don't worry, I know telekinetic Heimlich maneuver.
That's definitely good enough to give everyone. There we go. Do you wish to do anything else?
Swear a lot. Otherwise, no.
Okay. It's your turn, shall I? I don't mind. I just didn't want to do it in case you did it at the same time.
I'd like to come off hold, please.
Okie dokie. You have a Joker bonus, so you can come off hold at any time.
Okay. I would like to cast protection on everybody. Since we don't seem to have protection. So.
Hey,
Oh, I rolled the wrong ones. Should have did this one.
Real shame, because that was an amazing
Oh,
roll.
that's the bibliopathy, so. Anyway, so that's a race, so everybody gets toughness +2.
that is the case. I just have to go and find which is so fast now. That's so fast applying effects. Do you remember when it was like one every 20 seconds after a while?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It leaves me with 5. And I give you that. And it put me back up to freaking 15 again. That should be 10.
Actually, it doesn't need to. Actually, no. Why not?
I wouldn't do it, please.
Right?
Or you want a new boss?
Okay, one of the rays,
actually
one of
downstairs.
the Texas Racers
PVA
just
glue.
hovers ground towards you at frighteningly fast speed.
Bunnies, get the bunnies away. Mike fires at the Moor serpent that Sully previously attacked. That is basically constricting and tried to swallow constrict and swallow Jojo, but obviously a combination of telekinetic squeeze and an arrow through the eye is that the snake is no more. Jojo is freed of his constriction. Okay. Yay!
Okay, more cultists that's attacking Tabby remain shaken.
PVA glue is downstairs. Sorry.
Let's attack with the other one. Really?
Take them both just in case.
Okay. Let's attack Scott with a rusty coat. Oh my! I'm going to have bad dice rolls today. It would appear.
What a shame indeed.
YouTube. Insincerity, normal Steve. A bullet whistles past you, very nearly hitting you.
I was completely sincere. It is a terrible shame.
A bullet misses Sully. A normal Steve rolls a ridiculous amount of dice to unshake it, would appear.
It's because his conviction's going. And go on, you can have a Benny, so I'll keep my conviction going. I should have put that in the other place, but never mind. Right, so what shall I do? Got elemental manipulation going. Oh, that lot have got far too close, haven't they? No, I want to move the template, not the... There we go. Yeah, I think that'll get...
If you step back a step or two, you should be able to do it.
Yeah, step back.
Yeah, I think I will need to...
Take a step back to guarantee getting them all, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you've got them, you see.
Yeah, so Steve will step back, and as he does so, lots of tiny little glowing green missiles are popping into existence behind his back. And he casts his hand out towards them, and all these missiles fly around Scott and Tabby, and hopefully slam heavily into that lot of gribbly things that are engaging them. That's normal. Steve launches a Merv.
4 hits. None of the good races.
We'll take 4 hits. That's fine. And then normal Steve will step back forwards. And use his molecular manipulation, which he previously cast, to zap that one there.
Is it?
I'm beginning to get tired of these cultist guys. And then Dogmeat will jump over to that one and start bouncing around and yapping at him completely ineffectually.
Tabby will look back at Steve and nod thanks, and then pull her machine pistol and try to take out the one that Dogmeat is menacing. How do you get a crit fail with a 6?
Conviction's running. Your conviction's running, so you rolled a 6 on your skill, but your other 2 dice were D1s.
Great.
Well, that's obviously that's the only downside of does increase the chances of oh. So your wild die and your conviction die with both ones, I would say, because it's showing red D8s.
So does something bad happen because of the crit fail?
Who were you targeting?
The one right there next to Dogmeat.
I think I've got to be cruel, haven't I?
You're going to kill the dog?
Not trying to.
Dogmeat yelps in pain.
No!
Dogmeat goes down as he jumps up just as Tabby opens fire and gets caught by the crossfire of bullets. I'm afraid. Okay. Right. You need to. I'm finished sorting him out. Yeah. Second. That. That's interesting.
I don't understand how a 6 can be a miss.
Because if you roll more ones than you roll anything else, it's a critical failure.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's why. Okay. Sounds that off. That off. Okay. Do not click on that button. Try again, see if that works now. Suck today. Oh, and it worked though. Everybody gets to make a smart check as the Moor attempts to again make you
Wipe our minds.
indeed. Well, it was the closest I had
Is it
to
a
the
smart
forgetting power. Yeah,
Mm.
it's on the combat tracker. You should be able to just click the roll button on the combat tracker for your character.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. But
That's how
I
powers work
rolled
now.
it up on my character sheet.
You all painful, annoying people because it makes my life harder. 'Cause it's all automated now. That's the problem.
I'll
It's all
roll it on the
automated.
combat. I'll roll it on the combat tracker then.
It's not my fault they changed the code. I was happy with it. But anyway, I can manually key it in. I've just realised. So Tabby got an 8. I just have to. The difference is, you see, if you click it, if you right click on the combat tracker on the roll button, it's automatic. Whereas if you do it
Yeah.
manually, I have to find your character sheet and manually enter in what you rolled. So that will be. I lost Tabby. Tabby got an 8. Lost it. Tabby forgot an 8. Tabby got an 8, so defender 1. That's okay.
Okay, I've rolled that twice and it's still there.
All right.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you won't go away just because you rolled on it. It just you roll it and it basically fills it in, and then I can have to go manually apply it. But the point is I can manually just go apply. It's nice and easy. Okay, now I've got to see what Cinder rolled. Cinder got a 6. Cinder got a 6, which means defender 1. Sully got a 14, so defender run with a raise. Sully rolled a 10. That's the second time. Still a win with a raise, that's fine. Micah gets to roll. It's fine. More. Normal Steve got a 7 and 1. Jojo failed and got a 1, I believe.
Yeah, adjusted 1.
Okie dokie. So Jojo. Oh yeah, I think Jojo unfortunately already forgot how to be forgot piloting and shooting, didn't you? And now I'm afraid you're feeling weaker.
How strong I was.
You're feeling weaker, yeah. As he's removing your memories. Scott got a 4 and therefore was re-rolled.
Well, actually, I sent to Benny to re-roll that, and I'm not sure what that other spirit thing is to make it a 5. So
no, Scott re-rolled post spirit. Why it became a spirit, I don't know. But anyway, I rolled a 5, so defender wins on a 5. You're okay, and min max a 1. I think we'll have to be. Well, I know what I'm not. I know what I'm arbitrarily deciding what min max improved lately, proving so dangerous. Okay, so that's the more out the way. He basically you all attempts to make you all forget stuff. Oh look, Jojo might unshake.
We don't want any more though.
Jojo unshakes. He picks himself up. He's feeling battered, weak, and he can't help but think he's forgetting stuff.
I'm gonna fumble out my 45 and take a shot at cultist number 5.
Be my guest.
I'm not gonna try to use my rifle; just takes too much strength. But I'm gonna plunk him with my pistol. Maybe.
You're obviously feeling very battered and out of sorts, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's not that you. It's not so much that you forgot it. It's basically. It's not that you are physically weaker. It's the more's sort of taken away all the body training and all the fitness regime you've done, and you're feeling you just feel drained and tired right now. You've forgotten that you exercised.
It's a field of discombobulation.
Indeed. But you can still move up. You can move 3 inches if you want to with your current number of wounds towards the party in the hope that someone heals you.
There you go. Crawl away a little bit.
Jojo crawls across the ground, thinking it's so much easier when you fly.
Leaving a blood red smear.
Indeed. Okay, I'm going to this more around here. There. Someone keeps killing all his buddies with small nuclear missiles.
No, they weren't nuclear missiles that I just did.
I know.
That was a multiple incendiary re-entry vehicle.
Was it live?
Yes, but they were glowing green, so
They
I
were
can
glowing
understand
green,
why
yes.
Yeah.
Jojo, as you're crawling across the ground, you feel rumbles beneath it as if something is burrowing beneath you somewhere.
Does that boring sound like it's getting closer or further away?
Oh, definitely went past you.
Past me. Like a minor action of something's burrowing underneath the ground towards you guys, and I'm pointing towards the cluster here in the. If I get this to work. Yell that towards them. I've heard something.
Yeah.
I feel something boring towards them.
Oh no, I think we're about to experience a cluster.
Snakes.
Okay. I think what we're going to do is we are going to razor wire Scott. Oh. It's life easier. Let's make it 2 peak. I forgot it's multiple targets, so I'm not razor wiring Scott twice. I'm razor wiring Steve once and razor wiring Scott once. So that's a hit on normal Steve. Scott, roll that. Scott is shaken. Normal Steve is unharmed. There we go. Scott. He's incapacitated, but I must have forgot to delete him. Someone killed him, didn't they? Scott's shaken. And then the Texas Razor bites it. Nasty. Blood they can smell. The shark-like teeth attempt to bite into Tabitha, tearing off a chunk of flesh. It looks like.
Well, one'll have to be good enough.
It graces past you, doesn't literally get hold and take a big chunk out. It's enough to tear at you. For some reason, the Texas Razors seem to be ignoring the cultists. This one over here went towards some of the cultists and then sort of flinched away, as if they're obviously not very desirable.
They clearly don't wash enough.
And we're about to shoot Micah. Micah is shaken. And 7777 brings us to Scott, who remains shaken. Now, if anyone was watching, they'd say give some bennies out. Give some bennies.
I think I'm okay with being shaken. Because Min-Max is going to take care of everything for everybody.
Should be pointed out, Min-Max is holding her machine gun a little less confidently than she did before.
Oh, I kind of figured it was something nice like that.
I mean, she's still competent, but she's lost that sort of extra bit of swagger she always had. Keeps finding it a bit more tricky to operate and getting annoyed. I suspect there's a minimum strength on that gun that I haven't programmed in. It should be.
She's clearly got the soldier edge to up her effective strength.
I think so. Well, that's one less cultist.
I remember playing Deadlands once, and one of the party was a kid that loved firing really big machine guns. Because of the kickback, I couldn't normally fire them, so he strapped himself into power armor, and the power armor fixed on the back of a flatbed, and we just used to have him there as kind of a sentient mounted gun firing behind us to kill what was chasing us.
Fair enough. That's a lot of carnage. Oh damn! I didn't notice you took out. I didn't notice you took out the Texas Razor. I'd have spent a penny on that. I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to the story. Oh, that! That's very annoying.
Nice job, Min-Max.
And for the second time in a row, Cinder gets the Joker.
Ooh, okay.
But we didn't get bennies?
You don't get bennies in hard choices.
Oh, damn. That's no
Yeah.
All right, we seem to have loads in.
Which is why I was willing to let Scott stay shaken. I didn't want to give the GM a Benny.
Cinda will move to Jojo. Oh, wait. I gotta draw that Heart of the Earth to me.
Oh, no, it will automatically come to you because it's a limited free action, isn't it, to use your telekinesis?
Yeah, you can go to Jojo and have it just come and land in your pocket while you're doing it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes to there. There you go.
So, yeah, I'll move to Jojo, and I'm going to cast a healing.
To delete the Heart of the Earth because you have captured it.
All right, so there is 3 wounds healed.
Unfortunately, it'll only be 2 because that's the most you can do with healing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So heal him back for 2.
Indeed.
Thank you.
And how far did I move that time? And then I'm going to step towards whatever's left of my movement over towards dog meat.
Okay.
So next time I can pick dog meat up, hopefully.
You don't roll for it. You don't roll really for it. You don't really roll to see what happens to extras till the end of the fight. But some bad guys, you don't care they're down.
Yeah.
Allies, you roll at the end of the fight. Normal Steve.
Go straight over to dog meat. And drops to his knees and starts applying first aid to not get rid of the incapacitation, but prevent dog meat from being dead, to stabilize his poor pupper.
Okie dokie.
Okay. It's all right, girl. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. The nasty lady didn't mean to shoot you. He'll cast a glance over at Tabitha and not bother to protect her from the Texas Razor.
Okay, the moor's up. Okay.
Did you take our phobias away now that what caused them is dead?
Yes, but no. You know.
But no.
Yes, but no, because
yeah.
because
There's another one coming.
you know there's one there's one under the ground because you saw it bury under you, and Jojo
right. I'm
said,
sorry.
Jojo said he knows it's coming, and there's still a Texas Ranger. Therefore, the fear of yellow, the fear of snakes, and the fear of bunnies still applies. I'm afraid, even if you can't see it, it's even worse because you know it's underneath you somewhere. Jojo
It's
said
like knowing there's a spider and it was on the roof above your bed when you go to sleep, but you can't find it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the maw can make you forget you're paranoid.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, if it you've been having it make us forget our last advance, but if the last thing that happened to us was a fear effect,
No.
that
The
first.
more controls what you forget.
Right.
In fact, I think I'm going to be even more nasty. Where is the more? Lost his I've lost the sheet. There's the combat. I need to just drag that up to now and then delete. No, it's working now. So why is it? Oh, okay. Now I can delete them. And I shall just you with something different this time. Now this now you will get to make fear checks.
Oh dear.
Any minus to that?
It'll all be, if you click on the button, it'll all be automated. Sally fails, Tabitha makes it.
We have so many negatives. I failed with bloody conviction. Was it -8 to that roll? I'm amazed I got a 0.
Okay, so Scott, where's Micah? For some reason, it didn't target Micah.
You modify to the fear table.
Didn't target me or a normal Steve either.
No, he didn't. Targeted dog meat.
That's weird though, because it's got targeted all enemy units. I wonder why it didn't do it to all of you. Strange.
It likes us.
No, it's because Kev's evil and is beating up on the dog.
Oh. Yeah, so if you didn't get one applied automatically, what you need to do is...
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You need that.
Okay.
Oh, no!
Sully's having another heart attack.
Maybe. I mean, if there are any pluses to the fear
it's plus
table
2.
roll
It's
at
plus
all,
2. It's plus 2.
Yes, I'm having another heart attack.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know that this character has quite clearly gone through a lot and doesn't seem to have benefited from that.
Okay, so let me see now.
Stop hyperventilating, clutch my chest and fall over sideways.
Okie dokie, so yeah. Sully has another heart attack.
Scott has an adrenaline surge.
Okay, so if you fail your fear check, you have to roll on the fear table with a +2 modifier.
That means you need a vigor roll at -2, Sully.
Max is panicked.
Okay, I need to find the fear table. Thank you.
Let's put a custom on it for some reason.
Oh, I rolled twice. Again, I rolled a 1.
Which is still adrenaline surge.
And phobias.
Cindy gets the adrenaline surge too.
Yes. So what was that about distracted phobias?
Distracted and phobias, do they apply to the vigor roll for heart attacks? If they apply, then I got a 1. If they don't apply, I got a 7. It's a pretty big difference.
No, logically, you distracted's -2. The chief, you'd been -4, not -6, because if
It's a bigger roll at -2 for the heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what
So
you
you get-
mean. I don't
So
think.
Don't mind. I mean, if I'm dead, I'm dead. I'll just make
No,
another
no, no,
character in the
no, no.
background.
You're
It's all
not.
good.
No, it's not that you're dead, because I don't think phobias and distracted and phobias should not apply to a vigor
in which
check.
case, normal Steve is
Well,
nearly
that's a
stunned.
7.
Hmm.
That means I'm stunned again. I think I need a pacemaker.
What happened? Why did normal Steve have a heart attack as well?
No, Sully's stunned. Normal Steve is vulnerable.
Yeah. Okay. Sully's just stunned again after having another heart attack.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Sully recovered from his heart attack, ripped bits out of a snake, and then had another heart attack. This is no time to have another stroke.
Okay, I think Tabitha and Cinder basically got the equivalent of jokers.
It's a
didn't
heart
they?
attack. Or on.
Cinder's already gone with a joker, so Scott, you, for all intents and purposes, have a joker. So let's give you all intents and purposes joker, shall we? Oh, can't. What's the combat? Ah, there's a joker on the combat deck. Give you a joker. We'll assume you're on hold because you've got a joker, as it were. And you can interrupt at any time. Let me see now. Sully's stunned. Tabitha made their fear check, didn't they? And
Yes, she did.
Jojo's panicked. Okay, I think we're good. And you said normal Steve is vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
All good. Right. Not good for you guys, but anyway. Let's try and stop that. Right. Okay, what's going on here? So, Scott, you're on hold with the Joker. Sully remains stunned. I'm afraid to say. Right, Micah actually didn't get to. Micah used to run on the fear
It
table.
makes sense. 2 heart attacks in 2 minutes. I'm probably not wanting to move.
No. Oh dear, Micah has a heart attack.
How do you know you're playing Deadlands? There's the answer.
Hey, Micah.
And is stunned.
And is stunned. Micah has a heart attack and is stunned. Like, I'm only 16 years old. What am I doing getting heart attacks? she was 18. Okay, the more serpent.
Obviously, we're in the heart. Maybe this is the cardiac circle.
Okay, so okay, I need normal Steve, Cinder, Min-Max, and Jojo to make notice checks, please, at -2.
Me, I don't think I'll notice anything but a bleeding spot on the ground.
I just need notice from Min-Max, Cinder, and normal Steve.
Nope.
Problem. Effects. So I need that. I think we've lost Scott at the moment, so I'll do one. I'll do one for manually. A success, because even at the -2. Oh no, -6, -2, 4. Yep, that's fine. Min-Max technically doesn't get the Joker bonus. Only Scott does. Normal Steve, did you make your notice check?
Sorry, I did not.
Okay. Okay. Drop on you as well. As the maw bursts out of the ground beneath you. Okay. That's going to be, for intents purposes, trample. I just target each of you. It literally bursts out of the ground and then just tries to sort of land on top of you.
Great.
I shouldn't have done that as that. I should have actually done it as an effect, shouldn't I? So let's just put that in and then I'll re-roll it and I manually modify it. So it's okay. So let's try that again. Is that not actually? Oh, I'm probably editing the wrong Maw Serpent. I do. You think after all this time I'd remember that? I think after all this time I'd remember. Tracker does actually creates new entries now rather than cloning them. But I still forget. Right, let's try again. I will change that to a 7. One, you're lucky fellows, and really want. So that would be an 11. Still for some reason. It's an 11. Steve, because I don't back on Steve. Okay. Let's roll the damage. It's just strength as it lands on top of you. Jojo takes a wound, I'm afraid to say. Cinder takes 2 wounds. Maw Serpent's unharmed. It's hurting itself, but that's by the by. That is not Jojo, that should be normal Steve. So, normal Steve is shaken. Maw Serpent's unaffected. Jojo soak if they want to try and avoid being crushed by the snake as it bursts out of the ground, and Cinder gets to make a soak roll likewise to not take 2 wounds as the Maw Serpent bursts out of the ground like a very large worm from a certain science fiction being set on a desert planet.
Shy hello.
Soak is vigor roll, right?
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh dear.
Nope.
Okay. This is meant to be a horribly hard fight because you're meant to be dynamic heroes and this is big bad and all the nastiness that goes along with it. You've had it too easy for a while, but I really am getting to be. I feel a bit. You're having fun and being smacked around for a change. Okay, Tabitha stops being shaken.
Hey, and this guy's right on top of me, so the gun isn't my best option. Let's try this. And apparently not today.
I'm afraid they're very good. They're very tough.
I'm gonna Benny that one time because he's right on top of me and he goes next.
Yeah.
As much as I hate giving the GM bennies.
So many right now.
Oh, and that's even worse. So I guess not today.
Scott, you're still on hold with the Joker if you're back.
I am back. Where are we? We are Texas Razor. You know, I'm not too terribly worried about the Texas Razor. I am worried about the Maw Serpent, though. Oh, I think I will go ahead and come off of hold.
Yep.
Do I get to unshook, or am I still shook?
You are technically well. It's actually the start of your go, so you get a spirit check, don't you, to unshake? Just you have to do it manually because, of course, we changed the order. So
Okay. Now we will shoot at the maw serpent. Ooh, wow, that was fun. Didn't like something I did there.
somehow you managed to lose your. You seem to lose turn. I'm not sure why. The combat set with you.
Okay, maw serpent is targeted. We are going to. I really don't like this guy. He attacked my girlfriend.
I want to point out, actually, in case everyone's do have new adventure.
Not particularly useful ones at the moment. For me, anyway.
Oh, we have definitely got to Benny that. That was crap.
2 wounds.
Oh, well, oh, okay.
Up to you.
Yeah, no, we'll let the 2 wounds.
Sensible. It's still up, but it's in a very bad way, and it's cost me a Benny to be able to save it.
Okay, and then min-max.
Technically, you have to put a -2 on anything min-max does, because she doesn't have a joker. You've just got the adrenaline surge, if that makes sense.
Right. But she is beating. I am so the hell out of here.
Yeah. Actually, take the drop effect off everyone. Min-max didn't have the drop on them. Well, Steve, lose the drop. Max is out of it. The more serpents too was literally just rolling on you. It hasn't got a chance to actually fight anyone. Back off. Next turn, because it hasn't technically engaged you. All it literally did was burst out of the ground and sort of, the idea of it bursting out the the idea of it was bursting out of the ground and just slamming down. So it hasn't technically engaged you in combat. You haven't been this turn yet. That would be this ranger. Razor. Just gonna bite Tabby. Oh no, I'm not. I'm also. I think you're in range for the razor wire. No one else is, so. Okay. So a bite on Tabby and the razor wire on Scott. I'm not sure why it shook you and then wounded you, so we'll just take the shaken as the only hit on you. Scott was shaken. That and Tabby hit by the bite, but it didn't register the bite attack. Registered the razor wire attack. Tabby shaken. Okay, I'm just going to shoot. Steve again. Miss. Oh, hit because he's vulnerable. Hang on. No, you're not vulnerable. If I've still got. Oh, you are vulnerable because that was from.
I am, yes, because that was from the fear check.
I was getting myself mugged up with. I've shot you twice for some reason instead of actually. You lucky. Look at that.
Ricochets off my curtain pole.
Indeed. Jojo remains shaken. You can, of course, spend a penny to unshake automatically, or spend conviction and spend it. Yeah. But you don't need to roll that one, so you just spend a penny to unshake. It's the most sensible thing to do. Like I say, if you want to just back away, you can, because the snake hasn't engaged you in melee yet.
Is there anything I can do to remove the panic?
Oh.
Like a rap roll or something.
Actually,
you shouldn't be. I know I said you panic, but that was because that's panic. How panicked is. You have to run at full pace this round.
And then you
have
stop
to-
being panicked automatically.
And you're not being panicked next round, so you just have to run this round. So you have to hit the run die and run away, I'm afraid. It doesn't actually say. Let's have a look. Moves full pace, running away from the danger, and is shaken. It's an interesting one, this. If you take it rules as read, it doesn't say. It says you've got to move immediately at full pace plus running die. It doesn't
That's
say
when
you
you
can't
fail.
spend.
No,
Doesn't
that
say
happens
you-
when you fail the fear check.
Yes, so it should have already happened. Technically speaking, but then it's all happened now. So you basically, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, there's nothing to stop you run. Yeah, so you basically you got there, then you unshake, and then you act. So you can act now from there, basically.
I still have my automatic in my hand. I'm going to shoot at razor number 1.
Okay, I have targeted it for you. Shoot away. Oh.
Well, it was useless. Next.
Yes. Okay. Next round. And it looks like first up is Texas Razor. Does anyone wants to try and beat Queen of Hearts? Move up the combat tracker. With the two of you shaken. Right. Could have been smarts. Oh, damn. Okay. That's unfortunate. They fails to bite Tabby. Razor wire just catches Scott. Just realised why I must be the razor wire. That's a wound on Scott. Scott is 2 attacks from the razor wire. Is okay. Up next is Micah, who remains stunned, catching at her chest. Next up is normal Steve, who remains shaken but can move.
Yeah. So I won't do what I was going to do, but I will move away from that snake.
But actually, though, there's nothing to say you can't spend a penny to.
This is true.
What I will do is I will obviously distract you because obviously you're not thinking straight. That's what's going on.
Okay, well, I will spend a penny.
Yeah.
So before I walk away from the Moor Serpent, I will use the elemental manipulation that I've still got going and blast it.
Even though that distraction's not going to hurt it, affect you. I mean. It's fine. Let's finish the adventure. I've got a new one written.
I will start walking towards the moor.
Okay. Don't forget, it isn't technically there. It's somewhere down there.
Yes, I know that. I'm walking to the edge of the pit.
Yes.
And as Steve walks, he'll be saying, "I remember. I remember before the bombs fell and all of this happened. I remember my brother. He was really, really good at sports. And I remember I was kind of mean to him that day because I said I didn't want to go and support him when he was doing his sports thing because I wanted to read my book, and maybe that wasn't what I should have been doing. And I remember my mom taking him to the hospital after he got hurt. And I remember that that my dad was away and hadn't seen him in a long time, but I still remember them all. And if I remember them, they aren't really gone. And you can't take that away from me.
I'll put you into dramatic task mode for next round. Give out. No, to give you some plenty for some less replaying there. Okie dokie. Scott, you are up next.
I are up next. Well, let's see if we can take care of this razor.
Happened
Really?
to me.
You the one with the? Are you the one with the grim servant of death?
I am the one with the grim servant of death.
In that case, you've got to shoot Tabby.
Yep.
You have to shoot Tabitha in the back. because Death says it's time to take
Good
someone.
grief. Oh, I am so sorry, Tabby. Oh, good grief. I put it in the back of her head.
Try one time to soak it, and then I'm just accepting it.
Oh God! Look. Oh. And we lost Steve as well. Oh, we've lost the whole household.
Okay, my Benny dropped. Benny's gone, but nothing happened. Hello?
Hello.
No, we hear
I
you.
dropped the Benny on the blood spot. I'm down the Benny. It's still showing the Benny on my portrait, but not on my character sheet, and it didn't do anything.
I think it's because you did it just as someone disconnected. Hold up. What's going on? There's the disconnect. Sound. Right. Sounds like the back. Okay.
We just got booted.
Okay. So 3 Ben. It still shows 3 bennies on your portrait. It's still showing 3 bennies on your character sheet. I don't think it spent the Benny.
It's only I'm only seeing 3 bennies or 2 bennies on my character sheet.
Oh, I'm still seeing 3, so I think you're okay on that.
Let me try closing my character sheet and
reopening it. Yeah.
Nope, I'm still only seeing 2.
It is weird. Okay, let's have a look at the combat tracker. The combat tracker shows you with 3 bennies. Spend it for you.
Yeah, I think it's over for Tabby. That's okay. She's got a death wish.
I don't think Tabby's dying down though. Look at that roll. You're not dead. You're not dead. You get to roll on the injury table.
Well, pardon?
You're not dead.
I wasn't going to spend another Benny. I was just going to take the death.
No. When you get incapacitated, you basically automatically roll on the incapacitation table. You got a success and a raise on the incapacitation table, which means you're just down. In fact, actually, I'm not sure if you're still incapacitated. It's not like in the old days you'd have got back up again, but now, because that was the best Deadlands fight ever. This guy, they incapacitated the big bad 5 times, and 4 times he got a raise on his incapacitation roll and got back up. But in Swade they got rid of that. But you just roll on incapacitation.
And now it's only showing 1 Benny on my sheet and 2 on my portrait. This is kind of weird. Maybe I should close my table and reopen.
Just roll on the injury table for you. See where Scott actually shot you. Scott broke it. You broke one of her ribs, Scott.
No, I bruised it.
You bruised it, yeah, probably.
Okay, and then Min-Max will stop running away and come back.
We seem to have very serious issues at this end. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get back in.
Okay. Fancy guys giving you grief, or is it my end? I wonder.
No, because we keep getting booted out of Discord and Fantasy Grounds at the same time, but our internet's working.
Sounds like a DNS issue.
So not technically minded enough to even understand how to deal with that.
I don't think you can. It doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't necessarily mean it's anything internal to you. It means it's something's going down between you and me, if that makes sense. That stops you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it affected the UK, but apparently Google Cloud went down last week and took an awful lot of important services for quite a few hours. Apparently, in America, at least.
Maybe it's the sun flares, solar flare activity. Oh, I'm actually acquiring the foul list.
Connected. Min-Max is back. What's Min-Max up to? It's got now.
Okay, so Min-Max comes darting back in and uses her athletics to kind of like shake and wiggle. I can only support one, so let's support Sully on their next wake up
Okay.
check.
Sounds good to me. Go for it.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
saying
rolled a 4.
she's flaunting her sex appeal to try and get me over my heart attack?
Something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Awesome. Bedside manner I can get behind.
Okay. A +1 from Min-Max on the after. It's probably actually what she's probably doing is shaking you and going, come on, wake up, Sonny. A +1. I'm afraid if you'd got a 7 on your roll, you wouldn't be vulnerable right now. But you're up. Oh, so you're not distracted. You're vulnerable when you wake up. There we go.
Is that me?
It's you.
I've not got the screen up yet.
Which means I made a mistake earlier, so I better give everyone Benny's by way of a point. You're up. I made a mistake earlier. I nobbled you. I distracted you when I should have made you. Which is a big difference when it's respecting you trying to do stuff. Okie dokie. I'm going to put you on hold because obviously you are waking up, but obviously you're slightly delayed in waking
come
up.
in.
Oh, you've just come in. Then I'll take you off hold.
Yes, I
Bring
have.
you back.
Fair enough. Do something quick before I end up back off again. I'll miss Razor because I've got double vision from.
Oh, hang on. No, hang on.
What?
Did you miss if you had 2 to that roll?
No. Well, maybe. No, I got it if we had to.
There you go then.
Hit standard hit.
Yep,
It would be a
that's a
success
hit.
with a +2, yeah.
It's +2 success because the snake's gone, isn't it? You don't have your phobias on anymore.
Awesome. In that case, I wound it.
Yeah, I've got so many bennies and I'm not going to use them on the Texas Razor. I want you to get on with the whole thing so we can start the new adventure that I've written that is literally designed for certain characters. Not designed for them, but inspired by things that have happened up. So
I'm going to move over there as well.
I'm not going to waste time on this fight. It's gone on long enough from a narrative perspective. However, I'm going to make things harder for you when you enjoy. Right. More goes next. It's obviously desperately trying to nobble you, prevent you all from affecting it. And decides that it's time to hit you all with...
Oh, that's not good. I've just got loads of error messages. Error, unknown special message type received. Apply trait challenge.
Indeed.
I also can't see anything on the combat tracker since I've logged back in.
What spirit? Actually, yes, spirit.
Oh, okay. He's lower traded on us.
Oh yeah, he just hit you all with lower trait, trying to basically
Right, yeah.
reduce your ability to resist him.
Well, I'm going to log back out and back in again because the combat tracker is completely blank and I'm getting error messages out the wazoo.
You might have to delete your cache. Can't
Yeah.
remember how you do that anymore.
I bet if I update, that'll do it.
Is there an update today?
There was.
Okay. War Ravager #1 spontaneously combusts. He's obviously Tabby, you're up.
I'm in capped, aren't I?
You are not in. Oh yeah, you are incapacitated. Should have skipped you automatically. Sorry about that. Hold. Jojo, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move a few paces to get a clear shot at that razor.
Okie dokie.
Then I'm going to continue with my automatic and see if I can actually hit the dang thing.
Go for it.
You're not the only person, Kevin, having really crappy dice today.
It sucks, doesn't it? It truly sucks. Dear. It's okay. Cinder will heal everyone up and you'll all be good. Oh, look at that! You got a good roll though. You shook off the fact you were your boost lower traits removed, so you're okay. That was a good roll. You resist the mental assault from the Maw. Cinder, you are up.
Okay.
So what you got a choice really. You can either go deal with the fact that Tabitha's incapacitated and there's a Texas Razor probably about to start eating Tabitha's unconscious form, or you can go and help normal Steve defeat the Maw who's just assaulting you violently every opportunity it can get.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's quite cruel.
Actually, well, I was gonna go and heal up dog meat and get dog meat back up, and then move towards Tabitha. I was just trying to do them in order.
Exactly. It's up to you which way you want to go. It's really up to you. Or if you want to be dramatically heroic, you spend a point of conviction and heal them both with a multi-action.
Well, all right.
And hope you don't roll snake eyes.
Roll, yeah. Well, here we go. Let's see. Spending 1 point of a conviction.
Okay.
And do a double healing. So let's see. We roll.
What you do is first thing all you need to do is where it says 1 action down by the modifier box, click on it once so it says 2 actions, and then you just you can just do the healing rolls. One, I'll target you can heal dog meat from there with a healing roll, and then you can move all the way over here to get Tabitha with the second healing. So I've targeted dog meat, so if you make your first healing roll, that'll be on dog meat, which is successful healing on dog meat. Means dog meat.
Move my 6 to Tabitha.
Move your 6 to Tabitha. And then what we do is we untarget dog meat and you target Tabitha. Now you should be able to heal Tabitha. No, it didn't target Tabitha for some reason. There you go. Try again.
Got it.
Oh. Sorry, there you go.
I got it.
Yep, it's all good.
And
I turned it off just as you turned it on. Sorry.
okay. Anyway, here we go. And I will Benny that.
Wow.
Well spent.
Very
right.
well spent.
Yeah.
Tabitha is no longer incapacitated. It is on 1 wound. Very nicely done.
And dog meat should be back up.
And dog meat is back up as well, yes.
All right. I guess that's the end of my turn.
However, I'm afraid you do not pull off the... you do not shake off the lower trait that the Moor has put upon you.
No.
Word. Cinder got a Joker! And the Moor got a Joker. That's bad.
That's 3 today.
Okay, Tabby comes off hold. And gets dealt a card. There we go. Now we're back in. So Cindy goes first.
All right. Well, Cinda is now going to move her 6 towards the edge of the maw, I guess, and say, Steve, we'll be right with you. Oh, it should be 6, not 7.
You can run if you want.
Can I run? Can
Yes,
I
you
run
can.
for that?
You can run. Hit that run button. There you go.
All right. So
So
that
you get
gets
to
me-
move another 4, apparently. Oh, your pace is 4, apparently. Why is your pace 4? Are you encumbered?
Wounds.
Oh, Cinder's wound.
Possibly wounds.
Oh, yeah, it
then
would
it'll
be
be
wounds.
encumbrance.
No, it's
Yeah,
wounds.
she's got
You're
2
right.
wounds.
Cinder's got 2 wounds. you can heal yourself if you want to.
Yeah, I think I might.
Go for it.
First, I better do that. And that'll give me 6 back. All right. So,
You're up. That heals 1 of the 2. That's better than
all
nothing.
right. Well, that's fine. And say, well, how do we do this?
Okay, so I will put you into dramatic task mode for next turn. End your turn, where you automatically roll. Fortunately, you failed to remove the upon you.
Is her phobia still in place? The phobia of bunnies and snakes?
Yep. Not of snakes.
Snakes
So
will be
it-
gone, but the bunny's probably still there because that razor's still alive.
If the bunnies were gone as well, then you'd have passed that, but curses.
Unfortunately, it was not to be. Okay. Let's go with that, shall we? Why that? I don't get. Oh, I see. Okay. You just roll it like I see. I should roll it like that. Oh, that was a bit lucky. It was the same roll. Except it should. Why should it be? Oh, it's an 8. Why is it saying +2? Oh, got the Joker bonus. Okay. Distracted and vulnerable.
Except confusion is a resisted power.
What I thought. I didn't program it.
Confusion confounds
it's
the target,
not.
making.
I don't think it is. I can never keep track.
I'm reading it now.
The states are
a target.
Yeah, it's not resisted.
making them both
resisted.
distracted and vulnerable if they fail a smarts roll at -2 with a raise on the arcane skill roll.
That's not what mine's saying. Confusion confounds all
isn't.
targets, making them either distracted or vulnerable, or both with a raise. The same effect applies to all
okay.
those affected. These states are removed at the end of the victim's next turn. As Pathfinder, you it. Don't believe you do in.
Oh, okay.
One of those power and forget powers. I can speed up because the effect of it on there. I shall refer to the 20th anniversary edition rule.
Maybe it's been maybe it's an update from the 20th anniversary. Yes, it's no longer resisted.
Yeah, it's automatic. But it still is resisted in, as I say, it's still resisted in Pathfinder. I haven't done updates. But it only affects you for one turn and then goes away anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I think the point was. It's like it's one power point, and then if it gets resisted, you spend the power point, and I don't know, or maybe they just decided having it just automatically apply is more fast and more furious, but not necessarily more fun for the players. But there you go. The more hits you all with confusion this turn. And then Tabby ain't shaken. However, the Texas Razor is shaken, so you can bug out if you want.
No, I'm going to spend the Benny and Unshake.
Okay.
But I am going to stumble back one because I do have the other crap on me. And I'm hurt. And without thinking, because I'm distracted and confused, I'm going to pull out my pistol and still take a shot.
Go for it.
If I do that, let me spend my conviction. It's the only chance I have here.
That's a hit with a raise. That was a conviction well spent.
This thing tried to kill me multiple times. Damn near succeeded. With a little help from Scott.
Okay, so that's definitely down. So I've got so many bennies, but I'm not going to worry about them. Okie dokie.
Now, after I spent that last Benny, now my bennies are matching my portrait.
That's good. That's good. Right, I need
That's
to.
a conviction, rather.
Right, Cinder's phobia of bunnies can turn off. Anyone else have a phobia of bunnies? I can't remember.
No,
I've still got a phobia of snakes showing.
Okay. Well, it will show, but does it not show if I turn it off? Does it disappear then?
It's disappeared now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the trick is I keep them on your sheets. I just have to remember to turn them off. That's why I'm scrolling down. Because otherwise I have to keep re-adding them every time they turn on. It's easy to keep them. Okay. Righty ho. Okay. Who's up?
Micah's after Tabitha.
That's an awful lot of dice Micah just rolled there. Okay, Micah recovers from being stunned. 2 to stand up. -2 on there and hit the run button. Way to do that. Micah runs forwards and drops to the ground next to Steve. Sully.
Is there anything left?
Nope.
The more.
Just the more.
Is that the swirly thing?
He's beneath the swirly thing. The swirly thing's the prison he's trying to break through. Which is why all he can do is attack you mentally right now. He's still got about 100 power points left, so you want to stop him too.
This is where arcane protection would come in handy.
Arcane protection would come in very handy. Anyone got the edge that lets someone just cast arcane protection on the entire party right now? Or not the
No.
edge, the card, or
The
the card,
adventure card.
the adventure card, or the adventure card that lets you go through the deck and pick the card you want.
So,
No, none
Nope.
of those things.
None.
Is most unfortunate. Okay, Sully.
No kidding. I'm gonna go on hold. I can't think of anything that I can do within my abilities right now.
Well, do you want to take part in the dramatic task?
Oh, right. Yes, I'll do that. I will use a mind link to connect them all together. People who are taking part in it, so they can work more efficiently as a team.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a brilliant idea. So, you want to mind link everybody together?
Sure.
Target friendly units for you.
Oh,
Obviously,
thank
you
you.
probably won't. We won't worry about dog meat.
That might get confusing for everyone. Oh, I want to lick my testicles. No.
dog meat's a bitch. She hasn't got testicles.
Sorry, I want to lick my bits.
It just reminds me of that old thing, isn't it? Why do dogs lick their testicles?
Because they take away the taste of the food.
Yeah, the red dwarf wanted to take away the food, but the old joke was because they can, isn't it? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Right, so mind link. 5 miles. I think you've done well. It doesn't really matter. I'll pop it on so it affects everyone. What we care about is the fact that you gave, basically, I'm going to say, because of the mind link, everyone will get a +1 bonus on their because you're using the mind link like a supporting role. Everyone will get a +1 bonus while mind linked.
Cool.
Okay, so you move over to there, and from next round you are just a normal Steve. Normal Steve.
Right, so normal Steve is going to apply some conviction.
Takes off his boost low trait. Okay, now here we go. To the Ritual of Remembrance. 1 or more players must read from the ancient book, speaking names, legends, and truths to weaken the Moor script, which is obviously what Cinder will be doing. Which will basically, Cinder will be using bibliopathy. Now, yourself, if you want to take an active role as opposed to support Cinder, it's persuasion at -2 or performance at -2, as you pretty much do like you were just doing now, remembering things and basically resisting it. So obviously persuasion or performance, because yours is more about a show of not being scared or anything, as opposed to Cinder, who's obviously doing the proper ritual with the book because it's written in the book.
I'm going to describe what I'm doing in a moment, and hopefully it will make a case for me actually being able to use faith.
Okay.
But first of all, Dogmeat is going to come over and notice that Steve is looking intently down into the moor and saying some stuff, and would like to use that notice to realise that he needs help and kind of rub up against him as a support role for Steve.
Seems reasonable to me.
It doesn't help a great deal. She pees on him instead. Never mind. Right. So Steve has still got elemental manipulation running, or at least he should have had it running because it still had 2 turns to run.
Got 1 turn left at the moment.
Yeah, it's got 1 turn left. So Steve is going to use elemental manipulation to do one of its kind of minor effects and create a glowing tableau in front of him that shows the time that he was recruited into Silas's army, and he'll start talking about what happened, and he'll use elemental manipulation to create an image of his remembrance as it's happening. And as it's happening, he's going to lean on his staff and he's going to say, I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch, but It wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Just a little bit.
Possibly. And all the time he's saying that, there's this kind of image of how he got recruited into Silas's army and surrounded by mutants, all being we need to kill the norms because mutants are great. And it's all sort of done in like glowing animated pantomime in front of him.
-2, off you go.
Faith at -2. But I've got support from Mindlink, which means it's only faith at -1, yes?
That's correct. Yeah, it's very much correct, yes.
That's going to get a Benny.
So many Ben.
That's better.
Righty ho. 10. Over here. 2 successes.
It should actually be a 12. Because you can't be distracted twice. I was distracted and confusion is applying, which applies distraction, and that's given a -4, where it should only be a -2 because they don't stack.
I will concede that point. You have also shaken
and
off
I also shake off the boost, the lower trait. Yes.
Indeed. Jojo, you're up, sir.
Okay, first question.
Yes.
What's this entang that's on me?
You're not entangled anymore. That was because you were constricted and I forgot to turn it off.
And because Kev can't spell.
Yes. Because I can't. Actually,
Yes,
Pat,
we're not entangled.
hang on. That's what the heck? Yeah, I must have actually typed it rather than autocomplete like I always do. Right.
And with all this chanting and stuff going on, I think this would be a nice card to play.
Ooh, very nice card to play. So all player characters with arcane backgrounds regain 9 power points.
And it happens automatically. I'm
Very
on 4
nice.
power points again.
Yeah, I know it happens automatically. And I'm actually going to award Jojo and Benny from my pool because I don't need them for anything else. It's a great team book. You can obviously hobble towards the crater if you want to help out. Or you can stand guard. It's up to you.
I'll sort of stagger over my normal 6 paces and so yeah, keep watch.
Sensible to me.
Behind them.
Scott, you're up.
Okay, Scott is going to come over here. Are we throwing memories down the hole at this thing? Is that what we're doing?
Pretty much, it's acts of defiance, so you can use performance.
Yeah, that's what he's
saying. Yes, I know. Yeah, I realise.
Yeah, memory starve it or whatever it is. Make it weaker.
So, yeah, I remember the first time that I came across something that was not normal. I was, I don't know, 4 years old, maybe just 3 years old, and I was out playing in the yard when this tumbleweed come blowing by, except it was tumbling against the wind. And it came over and it got real close to me and decided it wanted to try and wrap me up. And I had to fight it off. Luckily, Mama came out and she was able to get rid of it for me. And that will be my occult roll.
Like it. Go for it.
Yeah.
You get a +1 because of the mind link. But Confusion's still
let's go ahead and
hammering.
penny that. Let's go ahead and penny that. We'll try it once. Nope, I am destined not to help. Okay.
It's okay. Well, not this round, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And oops, there we go. Must have hit it 12 at the same time. Well, anyway. Looks like Scott's going first. Again.
I'm going to continue telling the story about that, the actual fighting and so forth that we did.
Correct.
The horrific things that it cut. I'll see this scar right here. That's from it.
That would be A5.
And Min-Max is going to walk up and she's going to talk about the time that her and her dad found that van that they were driving in. All those years ago, she says.
That's not necessarily pick up. No, let me. Okay, the Moor is up next. Very happy. Really not happy. Just going to try and hit you with confusion. Which fails due to your, because you're basically you're taking its power away from it. Actually failed its confusion roll. I'm not going to spend a penny on that. So there we go. Jojo's up next.
Jojo keeps his eyes on the area behind him, make sure everybody's safe. He's focusing really hard on the notice, the listen, and keeping all of the mental emanations closed from the thing behind him in the pit. He's just totally isolating it out of his mind.
Okie dokie. I'm going to say make a spirit check. You're technically supporting yourself, is what I'm saying. That's okay. I mean, it's okay. All it does is gives you a bonus to any next resistance rolls. It's all good. Okay, Micah kicked in. She is going to... You know what? I know exactly. Keep that there. Micah basically starts dancing. It's a traditional dance, very ritualistic in nature, and obviously proof that the spoken traditions, in this case, the dancing traditions of the people, have not been forgotten. You'll spend a penny on that. That was one hell of a penny. Okie
Little slowed on the get-go, but she really, really finished off well.
Indeed. And Cinder. And Micah also shakes off the spirit. Okay, Cinder, you're up. You are obviously actually performing the main ritual, reading it from the book. You get to bibliopathy with a +1 bonus due to the mind link. Oh,
okay. Okay, righty. Here we go. That I'm still confused. Am I still confused?
It will go as soon as your turn ends. That's the confusion lasts until the end of your.
So I am for this round. All right.
You are confused for this round, yes.
All right.
Oh.
Not bad for being confused.
That's an 18 because you get a +1 from the mind link.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And that gets us to
4 successes.
normal Steve. After Cinder shakes off the lower spirit effect. Normal Steve, you're up.
Since I've just been given a load more power points, I will maintain elemental manipulation, please.
Okie dokie.
Because I'm going to keep that going. And Steve's story then moves to the point where he met Joan, and Joan explained to him and recruited him into the purple-robed Doomsayers, because the killing of the norms and so on was not the right way to go, and he kind of drops to his knees a little bit as the pictures moving in front of him pantomime how Joan met him and drew him away from Silas. And I hope that you're having the time of your life, but think twice. That's my advice. Come on now. Who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me.
Definitely make a faith roll. There's no penalties now, because as you start reducing its power, there's no penalties, because once those first round of successes went in, it negates the -2. You see, power's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a 16. Wow. Turn that off. That's another 4 successes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that takes it up to, where's the more? The more has now at minus. The more is now at -17. Well, sorry, the more is at power fading. You've got 17 successes against it. It means everything it does is at -8 now. Shutting it down.
Okay. Dogmeat is seeing Mika do her dance is going to kind of run round with Mika, trying to join in with obviously the play that she's doing, but hopefully with Dogmeat's 6 extra legs helping, this will help support Mika with an athletics roll.
That seems very
So we'll
sensible.
call Mika dances with dogs instead of dances with wolves.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a plus. Mika gets a +2 on her next performance roll.
Yeah,
there
so
you
right.
go.
Nicely done. Okay, I'll let you end your turns, and then we move to Tabitha.
Interestingly, that rolled a D6, not a D8. And your boost lower trait thing has got lower trait -1D, and then it's got spirit after it, but it's not actually affecting spirit, it's affecting all the traits.
It's probably only effect. Oh no, I'll tell you why. That's because Dogmeat's the only person I forgot to change it to say spirit.
Aha. Well, never mind. +2 still fine.
+2. That brackets the spirit thing is the effect that will make it auto rolls the spirit for you at the end of your turn to remove it.
Right. Like that.
Like that, yeah. Typical, fix it and it goes away. Tabitha, you're up.
Okay, now what are our options for support?
Well, if you just want to support someone, anything you like, you justify what you rolling for.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what she's doing, and you tell me what that would need for a roll. Because she's going to pull that little plastic disc out of her pocket again, and she's going to move forward. We're aware this thing is trying to erase our memories, right?
Yes.
And she is going to literally walk towards the edge of the pit screaming that, no, the bombs took everything. It took everything, and I'm not letting you take the only thing I have left. As long as I'm alive, their memories are alive, and that's all I have left, and you're not taking it. And what would that require for a roll?
Good one. I'm going to say, looking at your skills here, I'm going to say that's the closest I can think of. Really, is I want to say this is going to be like strength of spirit. So maybe survival. What do you think? Or common knowledge?
I was trying to think of the similar thing for mine, and can only come up with spirit. Are we allowed to roll the targets for this?
I would have gone.
No,
I would have gone with persuasion for that because it's
yeah, persuasion. But I'm just looking at Tabby's.
it's not about you believing it. It's about you making them more believe it.
Agreed. Okay, I'm afraid I was trying to be nice because persuasion is Tabby's worst skill, but yes, I agree. It's persuasion. But you do get a +1 on that. Don't forget. So that's a 10.
Okay. Well, then I succeeded because you're not taking it.
Or alternatively, you could have gone with intimidation because she's really, really angry at it.
I don't have intimidation.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. I was just thinking what it would be. So that means the more has just 10 gives 10. A roll of 10 is 2. That means the more is down to 19 successes against it, which means we're up to -9. Because it's a trait. It halves the amount of successes. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. It's definitely underpowered. And Sully, you're up.
You're trying to take away my memories. You have no idea how hard I've tried to take away my memories. I don't drink this shit for fun, you know. I was a soldier. I was used for special work. See, us psychers, we weren't used for the line. Just shoot up the enemy shit, no. Oh no, they had the work for us. Let me tell you, I had to
It's
take
breaking
out.
up. It's a shame.
Apparently they were coming up with something that might have turned the war the wrong way. So I was sent to stop them. I've had to take people out before and used to it, and hell, I'm pretty much an expert at that. Rip hard out. Well, this time when I was ripping out part of this scientist, she screamed. Final moment. Wasn't it? Blood was pooling on the floor that I were too hard. Too hard. One was shit like. Okay, I'm gonna throw.
That was sounded. Every other word I got, because every other word sounded awesome. So I hope it was only cutting out for me, not everyone else. So that sounded.
It's a shame because that's one of the best speeches I've come up with in a while.
Don't get me wrong. I was like, of all the times for it to crap out, it's like you were giving it your all, and I thought it was awesome. So I'm going to give you. It's a persuasion roll. You're getting +1 from the mind link, but I'm also going to give you a +2. Bloody awesome role-playing bonus, fucked up by microphone bonus.
Okay. Did everybody actually get the gist of what I was saying, though?
Totally got the gist. It was just sod's law.
Yes, you ripped the heart out of an unborn child.
Yes, I did.
Very dark. Okay, it's a 17. My word, that's going to be interesting. So that's another 4 successes, which takes me up to 23, to be -11. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. New round. Jojo gets to go first.
Okay, I'm going to move over to the edge as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start remembering all of those lovely scientific equations that I spent so long memorizing in all my school years and all my profession.
Oh, definitely academics then.
I knew it was one of the prime numbers of the Zeman series. I haven't changed. Oh no, that's Flash Gordon. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll let you start because you don't have academics. You get a +1 on that, so that's that would be a 2.
I think I'll Benny that.
Be my guest. Unfortunately, the pain is giving. You're trying very hard, alas. The pain is giving you too much. I think you're doing too well here, And I think I'm going to be very evil. I've got so many bennies. I'm going to definitely try and move yourself up the deck because the way you guys are going, you'll be nobbling him. So I want to see if he can affect you one last time as he gets the Joker. How many bennies did that cost me, though? In a final defiant attempt to stop you, the more very feebly attempts to... No, look at that! If I snake eyes it, which I didn't, I was going to say, if I snake eyes it, he implodes. But no. -8 on yeah, I'm not allowed. I am not allowed to spend bennies on his powers when you're doing the dramatic task. Those are the rules I wrote myself. I was allowed to spend bennies to move up the combat tracker. This is a desperate last attempt to stop you destroying him. You only need one more success to defeat more. You just got to you've just got to nobble him to -12 because that's his power, if that makes sense. Just making some interesting game mechanics up as we go. Right, and that brings us to Tabitha. Just need one success, Tabby.
Well, she's going to move forward, and now instead of screaming, she's going to, I had a wedding planned. I had a future ahead of me. I had family in Kansas City, and it's all gone except my memories, and you don't get those. And that would be persuasion again.
It will be persuasion, yeah. Don't forget your +1 on the linked. I see a 4 there. That's okay. I see a 1. I was going to say that's it. That's your 6. So okay. That's all you need. I make that 24 successes, which is enough. Congratulations. There is a sudden. There is basically there is a. You all hear like a mental scream, as it were, and then suddenly the vortex vanishes, and the moor is sucked back down, buried deep again. Maybe not gone forever, but definitely defeated. Congratulations. You defeat the Moor.
I'd say this was definitely a good deed of some import, wasn't it?
It was, yes. But you need to tell someone about it, don't you?
Well, I'll tell Mika.
Doesn't count.
She'll share it with the tribe.
You're going to go back there and share it with the tribe, aren't you? So yes, you can. Yeah, you.
Well, we could do tale telling for that one.
You can do tale telling. Did you play the card? Yes, you did. You just played Renown, so everyone gets. Yeah. So basically, yeah, you will with the dissipation of the Moor's powers seems to cause all sorts of interesting implications in the Coyote Wastelands. As you travel back, it is without any incidents at all, as if you seem to be blessed in some way by some.
This horrible pit with spikes all around it and what have you.
Yes,
that's still there. Yes,
that's what they dug out. Yes,
right. So before we leave, normal Steve is going to spend all of his power points keeping his elemental manipulation going and reshape that pit so it's all covered over and flat.
Okay.
And there's no trace of the pit anymore.
Seems reasonable to me. No problem at all.
We're going to be limping back because a lot of us are still hurt.
With band-aids on, so I'm not leaking so badly.
I will heal everyone up before we move.
Oh, you most certainly can. I mean, for all intents and purposes, what I'm trying to say is, if this is the end of the session, it would be you get back successfully. But obviously, you can do things in any order you like. By all means, heal yourselves, deal with your advances. I'm just tidying up the combat tracker, and by all means, obviously you can heal because then by the time you get back, you'll regain power points.
Okay.
All I was trying to. I'm giving you a
You want
nice.
me to roll?
I'll give you.
Want me
Yeah,
to
go
make
for
a
it.
roll?
Yeah, go for it. I'm giving you a nice free pass back to town. Is what I'm basically trying.
Yeah. We're in narrative time now.
You're in narrative time. So the only other thing you've got to decide what to do with is the what you're going to do with the heart of the earth. Obviously, based on what you were told, you can. You obviously aren't going to use option 2 to activate the heart to release the more. Which is going to be so. You what you can do is you've got 2 real choices really. You can activate the heart in the hope that it does restore the Coyote Wasteland, or you could just basically do nothing and allow the heart to collapse from decay. Both of those are really unknowns on what actually happened. But from what you understand,
Tabitha, you get your wound back.
Okay, thank you.
Well, given that we've got a restorative toxic shaman amongst us, I have a feeling he might want to try and cleanse the Deadland.
Oh, I don't think I want to spend all my time doing that, as much as it might be fun.
No, I mean, if we activate the heart of the earth, it may cleanse this area of the Coyote.
Yeah, but the trick is,
Lumps.
the trick is what I'm trying to say is if you activate it before you start heading back, you will basically affect the moor. You need to get away from where the moor was before you activate it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. So on your journey back, you can activate it, or your other option is you return it to John Proudhorse's tribe, and they will because it is their sort of they think it's their relic, their thing, and their relic, and over time it will eventually rupture on its own, which according to that guy, the visitor in the night, the Caro, will have implications.
I think we should use the Garden of Eden creation kit.
Is that something that Mika and her tribe could help with? Is that like a ritual thing to do?
Yeah. So what the if you're gonna but you need Mika and that lot can definitely help. But it's an artifact built. Well, it's not by the ancients because it's only 17 years ago. It's a pre-war device that was intended to attempt to reverse the effects of damage that was being done in the area. So what Vaquero told you was, it's basically it's in its unstable state. You see, so what you said is, Vaquero told you that if you activate it, the heart will begin its original function, triggering deep seismic changes, and should repair some of the land. But the cost could be unknown consequences due to the fact it's decaying and is unstable. However, if it collapses, if it's allowed to decay and collapse, it basically you were told it's quite possible that reality could fracture in this area, and if it's anywhere near the wasteland when it collapses, the moor would awaken and be. But that's a full collapse. There's a this is one of those. Do you press? If you allow it to go self-destruct, then it will be really bad. If you use it to try and heal the land, I know about the Golden Creation Kit. If you use it to attempt to heal the land, it will do what it can, but it won't necessarily do everything it was designed to do. It's unstable. They made it with proto matter.
Use it. What's the worst that could happen? A few people get some mutations. That's only a benefit.
What we really want to know is should we stay or should we go?
Some
If we stay, it could be trouble, but if we go, it could be double.
I'll tell you what, Sully. If you've really got to go away, let's just stay another day.
I forgot completely. It only just occurred. Oh, Jimmy Monker says, "Let the penny slow." It only just occurred to me that I just realized. Yes, I mean, I wasn't thinking of the Garden Edition creation kit. Yes, I was thinking of the Genesis device.
Ah,
and that's a perfect analogy. Remember the Genesis device? It works, but it doesn't work out entirely as intended. That's what's going to happen with this. not necessarily the same
Oh.
effects.
So it might turn us all back into teenagers, and we'll all have to go through Ponfar. Oh no!
So, yes. So basically, if you want to take it back and perform you can take it. You can return. Basically, you can return it to the. What I'm trying to say is, you can return it to the tribe. Micah will then basically attempt to convince them that they must perform the ritual themselves to stop it decaying, or you can take it back and, or you can activate it yourselves while you're still in the Coyote Wasteland, or you can take it back to the tribe and then persuade the tribe, to allow you to activate it with them. It's up to you which way you want to go. Micah's unsure if John Proud Horse would want such what they see as a spiritual device be lost to them, even though that the consequences of doing that, she basically thinks it should be activated now.
It's not fair to the tribe to not take it back to them and give them the opportunity to do the right thing, and not the selfish thing. We need to tell them what happened here. Tell them how the Maw was defeated, and tell them that they can restore the land if they're willing to be the heroes that they could be. All of life is about change.
Okey-doke.
Whether it's a mutation or a change of heart.
Okay, well, in that case, I think that's very sensible. I shall give everyone some bennies because them don't. So you basically, everyone should be healed. As far as I'm concerned, everyone's healed up. Everyone's back up to PowerPoint. So if you've got any wounds, you can get rid of them. Fatigue, you can get rid of them. Everyone's nicely healed up. Everyone's PowerPoint. You've got some bennies. Micah leaves you, takes the heart of the earth, and obviously, your impassioned plea is the elder of the tribe listen to your impassioned plea, Noble Steve, and Micah insists that she will ensure that they do the right thing. But unfortunately, get the distinct feeling this is something they'll do amongst themselves. And obviously, although you've you brought Micah to them, and you brought Micah back, so they thank you for that. At the same time, you're still viewed as outsiders to a degree. So all good and stuff.
I still want to tell them the story of how the Maw was defeated.
Oh no, you've done that because you've got the. You've definitely. Oh, you want to do? Sorry, you actually want to do the tale telling.
Yeah.
Deadlands. Of course, I forgot about tale telling.
I want to do tale telling to reduce the fear level and make change in the world, because that's what Doomsayers do. Try and make sure that the changes are for the better.
Right. Well, there's been Deadlands, but as WordPress, like the latest version of tale telling, won't it?
Yeah, if it's in Lost Colony, it certainly will.
84. Oh, I've started converting the new one. Well. Okay. The best way for heroes to fight evil is to fight fear. When the posse defeats a deadly abomination, captures a murderous outlaw gang, or rescues missing children, the hero can round up the locals and give them hope by making a persuasion roll with a gripping oratory or rhetoric, or a performance roll to sing a song, recite poetry. The forces of evil. The epic needs to be recounted to a sizable audience, at least an influential one, which you can hear. Told within the area affected, an audience and sort of. Don't penalise the player if he's not. Job as performance of persuasion roll is modified by the fear level penalty and any other appropriate. Okay, so you've left the Coyote Wasteland. So I need to affect. You're no longer in a Deadland. You're back down to fear level 4.
Okay. So Steve would like to do, for telling the story, much like he did in front of the Maw, use elemental manipulation to support his storytelling with images.
This one is persuasion.
Yeah, I know that, but I want to use my faith. I would like to use my faith
support for
roll
yourself
as a support roll for my persuasion.
That's okay. Multiple heroes may support the storytelling, and you can certainly give an additional +1 or +2 bonus if it's a really good spell. Edges that negate fear penalties don't help here, although with success, the local fear level is reduced by 1. A critical failure sends a message to more than
I'll support
reinforce
by not being
emotion.
there.
Yeah, yes, you can. Conviction. When the heroes with Telltale Edge succeed. Just checking on Steve. So, if anyone wishes to support normal Steve's telling of how you as a party defeated the Maw, Sonny plays inspiration. Clever. Okay, that's Jojo gets a +1 bonus. If anyone
I'll
else,
use my face. I'll use my face to add images and stuff. Yeah.
I won't take that as a support role direct. I will take that as a modifier to get storytelling. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
So that's a +2. That gives you a +2 bonus for that. So that's a +2. That's a +2 support roll, +2 faith roll. Because otherwise, I'm trying to give you the chance to get +6. Is what I'm trying to say. Does anyone else wish to make a support roll?
I rolled a bibliopathy to support.
Yes, I know you did. That's absolutely fine. I was thinking about Scott or Tabitha.
Yeah, Scott will use some faith. He's got some things he can do too to remind people of good stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well that's Tabby. You can Tabby. By all means, you can help, but we've hit our maximum of a +4 support bonus. I'm afraid.
Oh, if you've hit the maximum, not a +4, the only thing I could have used would have been my academics, but we don't need it. So.
We don't need it. So okay, so normal Steve, you get to make your performance telltelling with a +6 total bonus, +4 support, and +2 because I know you because the +2 for your other stuff.
Oh, doubled.
Well, that's what I got, isn't it?
No, you added +2 to everybody's roll.
+2. Sorry, not doubled. I thought it was a different card. Clearly, the
okay. So Steve uses his elemental manipulation combined with Scott's powers to create a moving image of, all of us bringing Mika to the tribe and then setting out after the cultists, and then eventually all of us kind of standing, throwing our hearts and souls and memories in to defeat them all. And as he says, my heroes had the heart to risk their lives out on the limb, and I remember I was thinking I want to be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence we've come. And now we can die when we're done. I will make my persuasion roll.
You get yourself +2.
I did. I think I'll stick with the 19.
Okay. You have reduced the fear level area 3. He takes 1 off of that, doesn't it? It looks like if you have the telltale, well, I don't know if I'll have to check if it's changed, but if you
yeah, I don't have the telltale edge.
In Hell on Earth, that have the telltale edge, it drops the fear level by.
And it gives you like bonuses and stuff as well. It gives you bennies and conviction and things, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm curious what it does now instead. Telltale. Good storytelling. Martial girls. First make a performance. Totally when you successfully lower your level and get. They want the telltale and anyone supports you. Yeah. So in the old days, you used to just get 2 levels. Now you only drop it by 1. Everyone gets conviction. Nice touch. But congratulations. So, has everyone picked out their advances? I need to undo everyone's limit novels. Oh, looks like they already have. That's good.
I already did my advance.
I did mine as well.
What did you go with in the end?
I got to find another book.
Oh, well, you can just Yeah, we just roll on the table for your books, don't we?
Yeah. Well, though I think the one of them is going to be the one that I was given for the wedding gift.
Of course, yes.
Would Cinder say out loud that she needs another book?
Probably.
Well, I don't know if this one would be any good to you, but it's one of my
Let me ask you
favorites.
a question. It's your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh yes, it will be. If it means something to you, that's what creates the spirit in the book. Is
This
it has meaning for the person who owned it.
This book it's one of the things that made me believe in heroes, and if it'll help you, then here. And he reaches into his pack and he pulls out a battered and well thumbed book, which has got on the emblazoned on the cover is a picture of a redhead wearing some kind of weird sci-fi power armor, and it has emblazoned across the top the world's Savage Worlds Epic Edition. which Steve has had in his background and has been in his inventory all the way through.
Okay.
No, I know. I'm not saying that. That's brilliant.
So,
okay.
So if Cinder says that she needs a book to help her grow her powers and fight back and make a good change in the world, Steve will offer you his favorite book that he's had and that he had since Judgment Day and has been keeping safe since Judgment Day.
Oh.
But he says, but please, can I borrow it when I want to play a game?
Oh. I think we can arrange that.
Right.
Thank you very much. Like I said,
and importantly,
the more
it
the
will
book
be a
means
first
to
edition.
the person who owned it, the stronger the spirit is.
Indeed. So, okay, here we go. Have you picked the powers yet?
Yes, I have.
Which power did you pick for? Which power did you decide wasn't from the book that you were given by the old lady?
Which one wasn't?
Yeah, which one wasn't?
Speed and sloth.
Speed sloth. Okay, dokie. So
Yeah, Warrior's Gift is from the
okay, speed sloth.
from the other book.
Okay,
the one from the wedding.
So this is a special edition. So your speed and sloth, you get a +1 bonus when using the power. Call it first edition. Okay, so you get +1. However, so you get +1 for casting. However,
you should totally have Warrior's Gift out of Savage Worlds Epic Edition because it's got a list of all the edges you can take.
I think we've already done Warrior's Gift before. So. However, unfortunately, so you get +1 on your bibliopathy rolls for it,
right?
Because it's first edition. Unfortunately, it was described as damaged.
It's well thumbed because Steve's been reading it. Yeah.
So basically, you get +1. You get +1 on all your bibliopathy rolls for speed and sloth, but it costs you an extra power point to use. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if you hadn't said it wasn't damaged, I wouldn't have done that. But because he did it, it's so lovely. And it rolls with it, and I think it's a nice touch. So again,
did also say it was a first edition.
Yeah, that's already covered.
That's already covered. The first edition means +1
is what gives me the +1 to the cast.
Yeah, but because the book is damaged and well thumbed and in a poor state, it costs an extra power point. That's just how it works with bookworms. So you're getting a bonus and a hindrance because from a narrative perspective, which I think fits rather well. The other book, well, that's obvious. That was for what was the other power? What was that for? Was that the Warrior's Gift? Was that
Warrior's Gift?
Okay, that gives you a +1 bonus casting because it's a special book. It also because it's basically special. I'm just going to call it special because it's not a special edition as such. It was given to you and it has all the legends in it. It's what you use to defeat them all. However, this book also reduces the cost of casting Warrior's Gift by 1 power point.
Cool.
Cool.
So that means the PowerPoint for Warrior's Gift cost goes from a 3
4.
to a 2?
It said it was a 4, so I just took it down to a 3.
Oh, okay. You've already made the adjustments. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
So I've already increased your sloth speed to 3 and reduced your Warrior's Gift to 3.
Okay. I have a favor to ask.
Yes.
Can you reshare the image for the book?
Yes, I need to update it.
That was given as the wedding gift, and add, if you have a copy of that limited edition, give me one of those as well, so I can add it to my book collection, picture of my book collections.
I'll have to see if I can work it. I'll still have to try and make it an epic edition. Savage Worlds.
Yeah. Okay.
The pre-war manuscript should have had an image attached to it. Which it does, actually. Your pre-war manuscript, if you open up your pre-war manuscript, there is the graphics in a part of the item. I didn't realize you could do that.
In my inventory, right?
Yeah.
There.
Knowing I could do that, I should do that to knowing now they've put that ability in. I will update all your other books so you have the image for each book once I find them again.
Excellent, thank you.
But in the meantime, I'll have to see if there's your shared version, but I'm gonna have to go and find them.
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah, I've got those ones.
Yeah, I'll have to update Cinder's book collection image to have all 6 in it, and I'll also have to see if I can get those pictures again and put them on the individual books. Right? Does anybody else want to do any prep stuff? You've got perfect opportunity to take a downtime if you want, thinking about it before we start the next adventure. We might not start. We might just do some downtime, or we can press on, start the new one. It's up to you.
Let's do the downtime.
I'm wondering if I could trade my lever action for something a little more modern.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, there's an opportunity to do some shopping here as well and do some downtime. So if anyone wants, so if you wanted to go shopping, let me see, what did you get? So if we open up the player's guide, equipment, so, maybe it's just actually in the module itself, isn't it? Ranged weapons. So there is the list of ranged weapons. I'm also going to think about it because you guys haven't had a while. So I'm going to say also say because I forgot to pop it. I forgot to put it in. Basically, if you remember, there was like some base there, wasn't it? By the moor on the way out, you do grab stuff, which gives you the equivalent of that much barter. Everyone's got some money as well as part of completing that adventure. I always forget to give you money, so that's sort of a backlog of money that I owed. Right. So I've just shared with you the list of ranged weapons that are available in Deadlands Hell on Earth. Do any of those take your fancy? Because then you've got to find them. In the meantime, let's do some downtime. Downtime, show up. Down space time, of course it is.
Well, one of the things I could do during a little bit of downtime would be show the folks what my Pegasus looks like. So can we share the vehicle so everybody can take a look at it?
Mm-hmm. Downtime. Actually, I forgot downtime aren't in the core rules, are they? I'm going to let you do downtime. I always
Yeah,
they're in the Fantasy Companion and they're in Pathfinder.
They
but
are,
that's not a
yes.
problem. I like downtime, and I don't see why you shouldn't use it. Hell on Earth strikes me as one. I don't see why. Okay. Vehicle or Pegasus Auto Gyro. Make it into the picture. Share the picture. That's shared with the party.
Ew.
Can we share the character sheets from my character to them?
Oh, you actually want to share the? Yeah, we can share the whole record. There you go. Because obviously you all know about it.
Thank you. They'll give you an idea of what I put together for this.
Oh, Sully's going to hate it. It runs on Hooch. Sully will be drinking out of your fuel tank.
So will. I run out. Absolutely, I'll get a straw.
No, it's got a Hooch converter. It means it can run on Hooch or Ghost on Spook Juice. At the moment, it's using your Spook Juice, which does remind me. There's your party sheet. And
I won't be drinking that then.
The next adventure starts down to 10 gallons of Spook Juice.
But you already reduced it by half at the start of the last one.
I know, but I forgot. I've never actually kept track of your fuel, so I'm arbitrarily doing it in an unfair way to also give you a reason for the next adventure. Because you need the next adventure. Well, basically, it should be pointed out that in downtime, apart from actually apart from the actual downtime stuff, one of the things that Tabitha's doing is studying that map she was given as a wedding gift. What you realise is that basically it takes a while to sort of referring to old maps and everything else. 9 times 77. See if that. I might even treat that like spell research. So you can center research. Yeah, you spend your downtime in developing learning temporary change of trappings. Research can be used to reveal information about a particular subject. So yeah, I'm afraid, Tabitha, you'll probably be research. I'm going to say you're spending this week or so researching the map. What you realise is from where you are now, is that you need to head down the I-35 towards Dallas, around Dallas, round Fort Worth, and south of Fort Worth is where you believe this bunker is shown on your map. The perfect opportunity to head that. To see natural healing and resting, you can send it.
And from Dallas, it's across to Fort Worth, not down.
Yeah. Well, no, because Dallas got hit by a ghost rock bomb, you're going to have to skirt round the ruins of Dallas. So you'll turn as you're heading south. You'll take a right turn, as it were, around the ghost rocks, the ghost storm, from where the bomb hit Dallas, and obviously head round Fort Worth and continue south. So you'll take the I-35 west, is what I'm trying to say.
You cut through.
And because it let me unlock the map, I was able to add that in notes on the map.
You cut
There's no
through the
reason to
storm, and you can possibly find some really interesting things inside there.
Yeah, I'm with Scotty. We can just cut through the storm. That'd be fine.
I'd be fine with
I think
that.
there's some riches in there.
I managed
It should
to get
also be
into-
pointed. It should also be pointed out what you were while planning through the map. You discover that you realise that some of the notes apply to something as you're heading down the I-35. I'd actually put it into the adventure, but now we're doing some downtime here. Basically, what you pick up on, and obviously talking to Jojo, as it were, is, basically you realise that on the way is Berry Hill Speedway down the I-35, and obviously I was going to put this in the adventure, but glancing at the map again, you read the notes scribbled upon it. One of the old staging zones is it's marked down as a mid-war refueling point, and then Jojo, when hearing about Berry Hill Speedway, remembers something he heard back at Challenger's block, which I shared with him. So everyone else, you get to choose between carousing, centering, researching, or training, basically.
Which was the name of that speedway?
Berry Hill Speedway.
Berry as like the berries you eat, or berry like you do a corpse?
Or bury like the person.
Yeah, like I said, a corpse.
Or a
Well, no,
French hat.
I'm thinking BARRY.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's that too. Don't you love English? It's the bestest language ever.
You know, which is which.
Indeed.
I'd love those on my
Whenever Jojo mentions what he remembers.
I prefer synonyms. They make really good rolls.
That joke straight from our son who can't say cinnamon. Was it a synonym roll?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very, very good. Right. So you can, okay, so your choices for downtime. It looks like Jojo's keeping. Oh! Set up slipping shot for a week and reload and repair weapon. Actually, yeah, I suppose actually earn is allowed.
And can I have an answer on the question above, please?
I didn't notice that.
No worries,
Okay.
dude. You were busy.
Okay, so right, so basically, what happens when it comes to Hell on Earth? You see, what you do is you pick what you want, like you just did. Then I have to go and find it, which would be a AK. Why didn't that find the AK-2? Maybe that's because it's not in that list. Did I not share the list?
I have it. The list here. It's on page 1 of 10. You know.
No. That's all the equipment. Unfortunately, Deadlands is a slightly more limiting list than that. Right? Did you get that ranged weapons window this time that I just opened? Is it not giving it to you? You're not seeing a window opening on.
I have it here. I'm looking at the rifle. All good.
Yeah. So what you do is when you find one you like the look of, when you open it up, there's an availability. So you've got common, uncommon, scarce, rare, very rare. What happens next is when you find one you want to try and find, we worry about the availability, and then you go and see if you can track one down. So we'll worry about that. So, unfortunately, I've decided Tabby's researching this week. Does anyone want to carouse? This means you spend money.
Possibly, because when you carouse, you get a favour. Yeah.
A local favour you can call in at any time, but you'd have to be coming back this way again. That's the thing, of course.
Not necessarily, because what Steve wants to do is persuade the tribe to use the heart to make a positive change in the area.
Okay.
So if carousing will get a favour, that means he can get them to do that while we're having the downtime here. That's what he will spend his time doing.
Seems reasonable to me. You are seasoned, so you the equivalent of $200 worth of barter, food and drink for the week. Finding and dining the influential people in the favour that they will act. Yes, they will do it. Good. Does anyone wish to
We're down to 1687.
Oh, so you can center to gain a point of conviction. You can actually earn if you want to. Which is obviously, you spend a week taking on odd jobs, doing stuff, and obviously you'll get some.
That's what Jojo's doing, is earning money.
Agreed. Yeah. Research is what Tabitha's doing. You basically, obviously, you can rest for a week, but none of you are injured, or you can train. If you train for the week, you basically, as long as you got a D4 in the skill, you can choose. You basically get 1 free reroll in a skill of your choice if you spend a week training in that skill.
It's a reroll for an entire encounter, isn't it? When you remember your
Yes,
training, not just the
free
one reroll.
reroll for the entire encounter.
And if you've got arcane background, you can train to either alter the trapping on a power or have a one-time cast, or one encounter's worth of casting a power that you don't have at a -2.
I think I'm going to do that. After this encounter, it's made me want to try and get my head around backwards.
Oh, research. Yes, research is the one for arcane backgrounds.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's research.
Yeah.
I'm going to read and host a game with the new book.
Ooh.
Oh, can I play?
Of course.
Oh, thanks. I really like being a wizard.
Well, I think that's research because you're using one of your books. So, yeah, that sounds good. So obviously, yes, you'll run some games this week. So you may temporarily change the track of the power you already have for encounter, or basically, yeah. It is Epic Edition, isn't it? So
Mm-hmm.
about
It was the one that was released on Judgment Day in 2063. Or whatever it was.
background.
It's going to be so rare. There'll be so few copies in existence.
Exactly. Unfortunately, it's a bad way. Okay. Okay. I'm going to, just because it is the Savage Worlds Epic Edition, and just because you did mention it at the time, I am actually going to allow you, basically, your week of research using the Epic Edition. I'm going to allow you to have a single casting of Arcane Protection -2. Because you talked about wanting one.
I did.
Just make a note, you can cast it once at -2. Now, Jojo is doing the trading. Earning. So, Jojo.
Jojo's going to borrow a TP or something, then set up his repair shop. He's got both a set of normal repair tools and a set of gunsmithing tools. So I can actually start loading shells and that sort of stuff. Or, repairing whatever else needs repairing for the tribe.
Yep, that's okay. Make a repair check at the end of the week. A success will net you $200 worth of barter. If you get a raise, you'll get $400. Oh, just short. That's from the track +2, but that's okay. I'll allow it to stand because I forgot to turn it off.
And
Right.
I wanted a little bit of trading for that weapon. I'm looking for something a little different. If you'll pardon me stretching things a little bit, Doss, I'd like to take that XM21 there and see if I can find an EU XM21. The only difference being it runs on 7.62 standard NATO ammo. Otherwise, all the rest of the starts are exactly the same.
Well, you can probably make a repair roll you could probably find one that's been modified. Okay, so I'm going to say then we're going to have to move that to scarce to find a 7.62 version. Which means you need, as part of your week, you get to make a networking roll. So you get to make a persuasion roll this week at -1.
Does anybody in the crew here have some kind of trading or streetwise or something or salvage or that could back me up on this?
Don't want my.
Well, I'm already calling in my favour, but Steve doesn't really need the trade that he's got and so on. So if you'll allow Steve to have a word with some of the people he's already schmoozing and spending money with, Steve will support you with pointing out to everybody how much you helped, and that getting a new barrel to replace the one on your gun to make it so you can fix it up better would be really helpful. And Steve will buy it for you if needs be.
I don't think he's really worried about the price, but yeah, all good, bud. Thank you.
Make a persuasion check then.
Okay, so
Plus 2 on that.
that will.
Yep.
I do have a free reroll, and I'm going to see if I can do better, but I can't.
It was the XM21 you wanted, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, actually,
Giggle.
yeah, the NA sales for North America, so so we have to come up with what the European one is. Interesting seeing. I'd be interested to see the new version what they do. Weaponry.
You said it was the NATO version. It uses a more common ammunition, does it?
Well, NATO. Well, it's an interesting one. NATO standardised on 5.56 ammo. The British Army used to use 7.62 in their rifles, and then they standardised on the NATO 5.56. The reason that NATO standardised on 5.56 is quite gruesome, really. 7.62 tended, if you hit someone with it, that used to sort of basically be the end of someone if you hit them with a 7.62. It takes multiple 5.5. It takes more bullet shots from a 5.56 to end someone than it did with a single bullet from the 7.62. And wounded soldiers take up more time, resources, and morale, and affect morale and stop. You know what I mean? If you
a wounded soldier takes 2 other or 3 other soldiers to look after him.
Exactly, and that is actually one of the reasons they standardise on 5.56, because it's less lethal, which is a really weird way to go, but exactly that. It's wounded soldiers take wounded soldiers takes time, money, and takes more other soldiers out of the fight to care for a wounded soldier. But anyway, who cares about
but hey,
reality?
The guy still has his life.
Exactly. But who cares about fantasy here? We will give you a NATO XM21 7.62mm, which gives you 2d8 plus 1 damage. There you go. I'll just need to take that money you just earned off, plus another. Make it 300, so that's 1614. Right. Who hasn't downtimed yet?
Scott has not downtimed yet.
Do you wish to train? Do you wish to center? Do you wish to earn? Do you wish to research? Or do you wish to carouse?
Max and I are going to carouse. But first, we're going to find her a pistol. That way, if there's only one guy out there to shoot, she doesn't have to spend all that 7.62 ammo.
Okay.
Is that a shotgun?
So we want to see if we can find a shotgun. We gave the shotgun to somebody else, didn't we?
No, I don't think so. It was
Nope.
her, or did we give?
Might have given it to Jim Borg. You might have given it to Jim Borg.
Oh, maybe we gave it to Jim Borg.
But obviously, he can hand it back. He's not here to say no. The answer's quick. Actually, no, he hasn't got a shotgun.
Yeah, no, she won a shotgun the night we were in the town when she got kidnapped. Right? She beat the guy in the bar fight and won the shotgun.
Okay, then I guess I just need that added to her character sheet.
I think you do.
It was a really lovely chrome shotgun.
Yeah, I think I remember that now, yeah. I don't remember if it was, I think it was an auto shot, wasn't it?
It was.
I don't remember the specifics. I just remember it was a nice chrome shotgun.
Anyway, yeah, good point. I think it was an auto shotgun rather than a semi-auto. There you go. One semi-auto shotgun.
Okay. In that case, we will just be busy carousing.
Okay, that will cost you $200 of your barter, Scott. What favour are you calling in? The same favour that normal Steve is?
No, I'm not calling you in favors. We're just
carousing. Okay.
Yeah, just carousing. Yeah.
The only favour he's calling in is with his girlfriend. They're calling in a favour with each other while they're carousing, I'm pretty sure.
Quite probably.
Scott, have you played a card yet?
I have not played a card yet. No.
Here, can you play this one again?
I think you're giving him the card. I think you're giving him that got him min-max. Will cause no end of problems when Micah turns up. Micah's a married woman, don't forget.
Myself over.
No, as much fun as that would be, no, I don't need two girls. That would just be a headache waiting
No,
to
I mean,
happen.
can you play it on min-max again?
Yeah, it could cement your relationship. You could get married.
Yeah.
You could have a tribal wedding.
I'll allow a tribal wedding if you play it again. Yeah, go for it.
Sure, why not?
Right. So, what the effect of the tribal wedding is basically min-max becomes a wild card.
Okay.
We'll upgrade min-max to a wild card, and min-max gets an advance. Of course, extras do get advances from time to time, don't they? Can't remember what happens. Advances.
They get an advance when the GM says they do.
No, I know, but I can't remember what the rules are on advancing in this.
Same as normal.
I think,
I
yeah.
think it's the same as normal.
Yeah, I think they just get an advance like anything else. So you can give min-max an advance. Definitely deserve one after that. After this last.
After all that
time's
crap?
really-
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. They actually have to stick to the rules of them now because they. You know what I mean? Otherwise, actually, I'll tell you what. If you want, min-max can have hard to kill even if she doesn't qualify for it.
Well, I was going to ask.
Sorry, I'm laughing at a whisper.
I was going to ask the what is it, Hardy, where it gives her a wound.
Yes, Hardy, most certainly. Yes.
Well, if she's already a wild card,
She's not.
No, but Kev just said he's going to turn her into a wild card.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because we got married.
Now
Okay.
a wild card.
Well, yeah. If she's now a wild card, then yeah. Hard to kill would probably be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think hard to kill is definitely the way. I'd say I'm quite happy to go with that one on the fact that you know what I mean. I don't care if she doesn't qualify. In the amount of times she's got back up after being incapacitated, she's definitely hard to kill. Right. Has everyone done their downtimes?
I think we have.
I don't know. Tabitha did. What did Sully do?
I think Sully's the only one who hasn't. Oh no, Sully was looking at doing research, weren't you, Sully?
Yes, I will.
Oh, okay.
What did you? Are you going for a power at -2, a one-off power at -2? Or are you going for being able to change the trapping? Backwash. That's fine. Wonderful stuff. Well, we've used up all our time. It's some extracurricular stuff at the end there, but I hope you enjoyed the defeating them all. It needed to turn out harder than I expected. But anyway, next week you'll be heading into Texas for an adventure I've called Ashes of the North Star.
Yeehaw!
Indeed.
Looking forward to it.
So as I say, we shall leave it there. So next week you'll take the I-35 and head out of Oklahoma and down into Texas.
Okay.
And we're heading towards Dallas, and having been to Dallas and it's now been nuked, it's probably an improvement.
Oh,
Where did I even decide? Where did I place? I did actually place decide where I actually sat there and did some measuring because I had to work out stuff. Where did I put it? Oh yeah. Ground zero for the Ghostbuster bomb that hit Dallas was Arcadia Park. There we go. You know Dallas. I don't. It was just I literally was sitting on Google Maps working out them distances because I had to make sure that you could get to Fort Worth without having to go through the ghost storm and still get to some potentially go somewhere else later on without it being in the ghost storm. So I had to sit there and work it out, and that's why I knew. So I nuked Arcadia Park. But anyway, we shall leave it there. I do believe we have some Flash Gordon on Sunday. I better start prepping the adventure for that. So we'll see you on Sunday for Flash Gordon, and if you're not playing on Sunday, I'll see you on Tuesday.
Indeed.
Thanks very much, guys.
All right.
Lots of fun as always.
Thanks very much, Das. It was fun.
Thanks. Take care. See you all later. Bye now.